Hey, this is Suzanne Mosley with Usborne Books and More, and I wanted to show you today my very favorite titles for toddlers and preschoolers. So these will be for kids that are probably two-ish, 2.5 to 4.5, 5, truly toddlers, preschoolers. So I hope this video is helpful, and I want you to be able to see inside some of the books as well. So most of these are series, so I will show you one title in the series, but know that there are usually multiple books about different topics within that series as well. So you can check out all of them. So the first one I wanted to show you is Muddle and Match, and this is one of my very favorite ones. It's called Muddle and Match because you truly can muddle each page, or you can allow your child to match the page. They are filled with alliteration, which is a wonderful pre-reading skill for your child to hear that and to just for their little brain to be saturated with that vocabulary. For example, this is Pete the Plucky Pirate pleads with Percy, his peculiar parrot, to prepare to paddle to the Pacific. So I love the rounded corners and the very sturdy board book pages. And again, even my sons that are 10, 8, and 6 think this book's hilarious because when you match it and you read, muddle it, and you read some of the funny tales and look at the picture, it's hysterical. But just as you would expect with Usborne, there's unlimited activities, unlimited uses with this book. So you can read it as a traditional book, muddle it up, but then you can also use it to reinforce color recognition. So you can tell your child, hey, let's find all the yellow, and you can mix it up, and then he or she would have to fold through the book and find all the yellow. So I love that you can do that with it as well. Muddle and Match. Oh my goodness, this series is so sweet. These are the Peek Inside books. Again, rounded corners, very sturdy binding. These are beginning flat books. And I know flat books can kind of stress parents out, but I feel like our flat books are sturdier than most. They are actually cardstock. They're not the thin paper. And there's just a few flaps on every page. Our flat books for older children have, oh my goodness, like tons. These just have a few. And this one is so sweet. It's about animal homes. And so it's a nonfiction book. It gives your child actual facts about animal homes. And then there's fun little cutouts that they can peek through and see through, like this little birdhouse. So there's a whole series of Peek Insides, and toddlers and preschoolers love those. This is another great one. I Want to Be an Astronaut, and there's another one in the series, I Want to Be a Lion Tamer. So these books are precious for having conversations with your children. That's what I love how books do. So this one, it goes through different things that your child would want to be. I want to be a race car driver. And these are very unusual and unique, and I think that's what I love about them. It's not like I want to be a doctor, I want to be a farmer, which those things are great, but it's, a race car driver, or I want to be a spy. And again, rounded corners, very thick board pages. I want to be a deep sea diver. And then at the very end, I can be any of these things when I grow up, but I don't need to decide just yet. I can just dream of having big adventures. So very early on, just also introducing your child to the idea that they can be whatever they want. And it can be something non-traditional. They can be a spy, or they can be a deep sea diver. And these great series, very sweet. And I also love that they're not gender specific. Like the Astronaut, it does have a little girl on the front, but they're also, so it's not just a whole book about princesses. It's different jobs that boys and girls could have. So I love that. So I Want to Be an Astronaut. All Better. Oh my goodness, you must buy this book for your toddler and preschooler. One of our dear family friends, she bought this for her grandson, and he's a little under 2. She immediately messaged me after she gave it to him, and she said, Suzanne, he has played with this for an hour and a half nonstop, and he does not sit for books. And I was so happy to hear it. Okay, and I knew why, because it's such a magical book, because it's great. So in All Better, all the animals have some boo-boos, and they come with Band-Aids. Oh, there's the other one on the front, if I'm not missing any. But you read the text, and it's a repetitive text, which is helpful for reading. It's a pre-reading skill because your child learns to anticipate what's next. So, oh no, dog wasn't looking where he was going. Ouch. Clean it, kiss it, put a bandage on it. So you get the bandage. All better. And every animal that gets sick is the same thing. Kiss it, put a bandage on it, all better. And the other thing that I love about this book is that they have to match the Band-Aid to the animal. So this one is the puppy that we just did. They have to match the puppy. So it's not just a book that they read and, oh, yay, it's fun. But it's also teaching critical thinking. They have to find the right Band-Aid for the right animal and learn how to match, which is great for brain development. So that sweet book is all better. Next one, 5-minute bedtime stories. Just wanted to let you peek in as well. Bedtime is such a wonderful time to build into your rhythms of reading with your child. So I love this series because they're literally 5-minute stories. They're great read alouds with your child, but just 5 minutes. So a quick little bedtime story to read with them, to bond with them before they go night-night. So that's great. Very first things to spot. Love it. So children love things to spot books. As an adult, I still love I love doing these books with my children. So this one is geared obviously for toddlers and preschoolers. We have some for older, but I love that they have created some for younger ones. So there's just different questions on the page. Who is wearing a hat? So then you ask your child, who's wearing a hat? And then they would point to that. So every page has different questions like that. And so this is one of those precious books that you can allow your child to climb up in your lap, cuddle with you, do it together, spend 10 or 15 minutes bonding with them. And just you will never have those moments again as they get older. So I love that books allow me to bond with my kids, and I know they will for you too. So this is one book in the series. Currently, there's actually 3 in that series, and they are all fabulous. Animally, this is actually a picture book. Again, rounded corners, love it. And the pages are, they're a thinner cardstock. They're not board book, but they are thicker, and I love that. This is a sweet bedtime story. I love you hugely like a whale. I love you shyly like a quail. I love you cleverly like a fox. So they have fun little ly adverbs related to the animals on each page. And then at the very end, I love you so, for you're my family. I love it. And I love just the diversity in the family as well. So that is a sweet, just cuddle up in your lap book for you and your child to read with your toddler and preschooler. Oh my, the Big Book of series. This hands down is my favorite series for 4-year-olds. I always recommend it. If anybody's like, I have a 4-year-old, I'm like, okay, I have the series for you. So the Big Book of, we have about, I think there's 9 or 10 in this series now. Big machines, sea creatures, rockets and spaceships. So the fabulous thing, I can't even get it in the screen. These pages fold out like this. And so that's where they get the Big Book of. They fold out and make these gargantuan, can't even do it, pages. And what I love about this is that it gives your child a concept of how big these, in this case, tractors really are. And it's a nonfiction book, so there's lots of tidbits and facts that your child can learn in each one. And so this is one of my all-time favorites. Illustrations are amazing. I would definitely use this. Either if you have a 2-year-old, let them read it with you in your lap. But for 5-year-olds who are heading to a preschool or kindergarten, they can do it by themselves. But love that series. And then one last one, First 1,000 Words in English. And you may be thinking, well, 2 to 4 or 5-ish year olds, they already know plenty of words. They talk your ears off. But what I love about this one is that it has thousands of vocabulary words that your child will learn. And these are not traditional words, like the word mist is in this book. So it's not like ball, truck, tractor. They're different words that your child needs to be introduced to. And one thing, just in educational research, if your child knows 5,000 words, if they have 5,000 words in their vocabulary before they start kindergarten, they can predict the academic success that he or she will have. Traditionally, those children that have 5,000 words in their vocabulary will end up and at least minimally get a 4-year degree, and usually they would pursue graduate studies after that as well. So having 5,000 vocabulary words in your child's little brain before they start kindergarten really does set them on a trajectory and a lifelong journey of learning and educational success, which is awesome. So that's why I recommend this book as well for toddlers and preschoolers. Puddle, ducklings, jump rope. These are words that they need to know, but that are not in our common everyday vernacular. Tissues, comic, waiting room. And so this is a great love. Oh, I could just get lost looking through this book. So first 1,000 words in English. We also have this book, and the illustrations are the exact same in lots of different languages: Spanish, French, German, Chinese, Hebrew. And so your child could even set these books side by side and learn how to say seaweed in Hebrew or pebbles in Italian. So that's fabulous as well. And these are internet linked. So for the foreign languages, the non-English versions, you can go online and hear a native speaker pronounce each of these words in whatever language the book is in. So that's first 1,000 words in English. So I hope that's helpful for you as you are shopping and thinking about Usborne titles for your toddlers and preschoolers. If I can help you, or if you'd like to order any of these fabulous books, you can do so at my Usborne shop, SuzanneSharesUsborne.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Suzanne Shares Usborne Books. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much.